And we're back for the final hour, or however long it'll be, probably not quite an hour, of this week's A Song of Tara. And we are in St. Stephen's Green with currently with Tally and Taryn, who are talking, and right at that moment of a new person arriving.
Yep.
Take it away, Liam.
So, what time of day is it at this point?
It's this is mid-afternoon.
Okay. So, Liam, having never been there before, just enters the green and scans the people there for any sign of Garou-ishness.
Well, you can use your perception and primal urge.
Cool, will do. See what he has in perception and primal urge. 5 to 10. Yes. Well, that's not a bad roll.
Wow! Holy shit! Okay,
It's
yeah,
sense
those two people over there.
Okay, so Liam walks up over to them then.
A very short, multicolored, haired girl and a taller, lanky guy.
Well, not necessarily lanky at this point. Definitely
Muscle.
Yeah, athletic, but yeah.
And a short girl with very colorful hair.
Well, Liam walks up to them, and since he knows that they're Garou, he simply asks, "So, this is the sept in Dublin, then?"
Tally turns and just, who the fuck are you?
Terrence stops mid-sentence and looks, what?
John, could you show them
Yes,
the?
I certainly can.
Cool.
Just,
I can.
so, is this the sept in Dublin? What?
Yes. Please allow me to.
Hello.
He is hot.
I was about to say I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to amend what Taliesin said to "Who the fuck are you, you handsome fucker?" But no.
I told you when you sent me the picture.
You did.
I told
That
you.
is a chin that could crack logs.
Oh God.
So
yes.
when Taliesin says that, Connell, sorry, name's Liam. I was told to check in with you lot. Make sure you know I'm in Dublin. And out of game, he speaks with an Irish accent, but I'm
Yeah.
lousy at accents, so.
No, that's fine. Really, again, no one. It's fine. I feel
Just so you know that there is an Irish accent.
Yes.
Yes, there is, hidden somewhere in the Danish accent.
Yeah.
That's fine.
He's
Okay.
Irish. We get.
One
Terrence
of us-
just dumbfounded.
You're one of us then.
I am Garou, yes.
Well, Liam. Oh, sorry.
Terrence just.
Okay. Well, Liam, allow me. My name is Taliesin. Allow me to be blunt. You have arrived at perhaps the direst of hours, and I do not mean that with any fancy or hyperbole.
Do tell.
Basically, the
You-
character.
The Ken is lost. The spirits aren't here.
Left, gone. Poof.
Thank you, Taryn. You're getting you're getting the specific perception a little skew, but fine. The spirits are gone. The Ken isn't dead. It's only mostly dead. Princess Bride reference. Very funny. And you, myself, Taryn here, another Irish woman by the name of Shiva Breen, and a Dane by the name of Fenna, somewhere off to the west, consist of the only guru currently active in the city. We have maybe one chance, and one chance only, to find the spirits of the cairn, specifically Raven, get it back in the cairn, and sort this fucking mess out. Otherwise, we're fucking doomed.
Well,
Can you help us with that?
Taryn, with the most sarcastic things you can say, welcome!
So, my plan was to come in here to you guys and let you know that I'm in town, and then get the hell out of here again. Because I have to admit, I'm not excited by the idea of getting involved with all this. I was hoping I'd be able to avoid it. I got a text from someone named Siobhan, who told me to stop by and say hi, and that was the extent of what I had in mind, really. But you say there's no cairn here in Dublin.
You're standing in what remains of it. Spiritually, the place is dormant. There are no spirits in it at all. It's not quite fully dead. It hasn't started decaying. But we need to get spirits who watch over it back in place before that starts to happen, if they're even there. And the rest of the sept, the rest of the Raven's Eye sept who watch over the city, are currently wandering somewhere in the Flux realm.
At this, Liam, not Connell. Liam looks somewhat puzzled. Flux realm.
Oh, it'll take too fucking long to explain. Basically,
don't explain then. It sounds like a bad place.
Well, they haven't come back from it yet, and at least one of our number have somehow ended up in America in the 19th century because of it. So, yeah. Basically, I understand that you want to stay out of this. I respect that, and I certainly can't stop you, but we are very, very desperate. In fact, we're beyond desperate at this point. We're in need of a miracle.
Look, I'll help you, because this does sound rather serious.
Thank you.
But I'm not really sure how I can help.
Just stick with us as we go and try and find the spirits. Go through the process. We'll see if we can find a lead on them, get after them. If we can, get them back in place. And then once it's all over, maybe then you can head back and you can back out of all of this again.
Something tells me that's easier said than done.
Anything worth doing is worth trying for. That's what I believe.
Have you tried contacting...
I'm sending messages here, by the way. So.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So, should we wait a moment?
No, just,
Well, as it is, we need to find the last active member of our group.
So, as you say this, and I assume you're having eye contact with Liam while you say it, you notice that he gets this faraway look, as if he's standing there, but he's not there at all.
Tally
just pokes Tally.
Yeah, Tally stops as soon as he sees this. He's like, "Oh, right, he's
suddenly sweating bullets."
He's being vision bombed. I better leave him to it.
This happens so often. We're sorry, Liam.
You see his lips quiver as if he's about to break down in tears.
Oh, poor guy. Hot people shouldn't cry.
Many crying.
Taliesin goes over to him, just gently Puts a
Don't
hand on
step
his.
him out of it.
Oh yeah. Okay. It doesn't touch him, but still, it's close by just in case.
He whispers a word. He whispers the name Kira.
Kira.
And then he snaps out of it.
Yeah, it stops again there.
Whew.
You
Um,
You were shown something, weren't you?
Can you tell me what just happened?
Well, tell me what you saw.
I really don't want to talk about it.
I can't help you if you can't tell me. I can't tell you exactly what happened. You received a vision.
I saw myself tearing my little sister apart. My 11-year-old sister.
Ugh.
Jesus. All right. I don't know. I don't know what it means.
Fuck.
Basically, that's what our Raven gave prophecies.
This isn't about this, Karen. It's happened before back in Cork. It's happened ever since Yeah, it's happened before.
All right.
Listen, I'll help you with this. And we'll have to take it from there when we're done.
Yeah.
Yep.
We won't hold you to anything. Not if you don't want to be a part of all this. That's fine. All right. In that case, we need to find the last active member of our group. She's going to walk about in the city, wandering, and we've got no means of contacting her easily.
Right. What does she look like?
Blonde, very pretty,
Karen
freckles.
find the picture of her.
Blonde? I said redhead.
Blonde?
I think I was saying blonde. Redhead, ginger, genre, that thing.
Taryn shows him a picture. Here.
Okay.
You might have seen that picture before.
Yeah, you have. She's been on the missing persons list in all of Ireland for several years. That is fairly easily. She's easy to recognize.
So this is your friend who's missing.
Yeah.
You do know there's a nationwide all points bulletin out on her, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we're the reason.
Okay, so here's the thing. I need to tell you this. I am a Garda.
So,
So this means that if you're breaking any crimes, if you're committing any crimes, then that might put us in a somewhat awkward position.
All right.
why would we be breaking any laws?
You are harboring a person who's been missing and who's been searched for throughout the entire nation for years. And I'm not saying you are committing any crimes. I'm saying if you're committing any crimes.
Believe me, none of us want our friend to be in a position where the nation is looking for her and afraid for her well-being, but she has chosen not to reveal herself. And for her sake, and the sake and safety of her, our pack, and our sept, we respect that.
As will I once I've heard those words from her mouth.
Well, then we need to find her. So, we've already thought about places where she likes to visit. We've tried, Taryn's visited the botanical gardens. She likes places with gardens, flowers, botany.
Taryn starts tapping on her phone.
Have you checked the Umbra?
Not yet, no.
Might be a place to look.
Might be.
Sure, check the Umbra.
In the meantime, back
Mhm.
to Shiva.
See?
You are sitting under your tree
Yes.
in the Umbra.
At this point, she's probably done crying. for
Yeah,
now.
yeah. You have a collection of small furry animals showing a certain amount of showing a certain amount of interest in you. One of them is trying to run off with your shoe.
Aww.
It's still attached to your foot, which makes it a little bit difficult, but it's trying nonetheless.
What kind of animal is that?
A ferret.
Aww.
Hey, you are wearing its new cave. How dare you?
Aww. She gets the cute furry animals. I have Tally. That's unfair.
Well,
I am-
clearly it's because Shiva has managed to become a Disney princess.
Uh-huh.
I'm deeply offended.
She's
Not a bit little cute furry animal. You're a fucking big werewolf. Get over it.
You. I've got a lovely glossy coat and a shiny nose, clear eyes, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you have murder claws.
I keep
Can
those.
we-
I keep those very well maintained.
Thank you. You have as I said, a number of furry creatures showing a certain amount of interest in you, which at least shows you that it at least shows you that
dead.
exactly that there are spirits in this area.
Well, that is nice. Well, I think Shiva kinda looks at them for a while.
Yeah.
And then she realizes she doesn't know spirit speak. So she just, she kind of jerks her foot to watch herself
Well, yeah.
to stop her shoe from being stolen. And I guess she gets up.
Yep. Well, it's just I'm gonna do what I've done several times today already. So I'm going to give you guys a link
Ooh.
because that might be useful. Here you go. You can then, should you so desire, you can obviously zoom out a little bit and see where you are in relation to the rest of the city. So you're actually fairly far up north in Dublin.
Yeah,
Yes, you
yeah.
are. Oh, so you are the Botanic Gardens.
Those are the National Botanic Gardens. So I was assuming that was where you were.
Yes,
Yes.
that is quite a bit away.
Well, you are sitting there with all these little furry critters hanging around when a fox walks up closer, looks at you for a while.
What kind of fox?
It's a red one.
A foxy fox.
Looks at you.
I think Shiva absentmindedly looks at it and says, "What a nice coat you have."
Tilts its head slightly to one side, then tilts its head slightly to the other, and it makes a strange little sound, like foxes do when they are when they're happy. Actually,
Oh, the little screechy sound.
yes.
Aww.
And then it starts. It moves away slightly and looks back at you.
Do you want me to come with?
Squeak!
Shiva takes that as a yes and begins following it. It's not
Yes.
like she knew anything else to do, so...
Nope. The fox leads you. First, it leads you out of the botanical gardens, And then, if you look at the map that I gave
Zooming
you,
out.
it takes you right to the west of that, where there's something called the Glasnevin burial grounds,
Yes.
and across that,
Okay.
and out into the fields beyond that.
That's quite far away then.
It's about maybe
Wait, are those fields or are they houses? You
those
can't
are
zoom in.
those are fields. Those are fields.
Oh, okay. Then it's not that far away.
Well, actually, it's the burial grounds, but it takes you out amongst the graves. It's a very large graveyard, but yeah, it's that area. It takes you out there, where on top of a rather large gravestone, you have Dublin North sitting, dangling her legs.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
I must admit this was not a place I expected to find you.
I'm all of Dublin North.
Guess that's true.
And I suppose in a place surrounded by the dead seems to be particularly apt. You
A
guys,
multitude of reasons.
you guys have a problem, don't you? Like a real problem.
Yeah. Another in a long line.
Well, let me hear him. What else?
Well, Raven left.
Right.
Took all the spirits with it.
Yeah. That's the problem. That's
Yeah.
the actual problem. What other problems did you have in mind?
Well, the whole ordeal with Victoria was quite problematic, but I guess that's resolved now.
That's resolved. She's gone.
And as I see it, an underlying problem with our refusal to change to better fit the time and possibly adapt to have a chance.
That was my impression that Kat actually wanted to do that. Am I wrong?
Well, I guess that depends on whether she'll ever return from the Flux realm.
Well, that's possible, but what brought this upon? Yeah, what's... I'm
sure you
just
know-
asking. I'm just asking because I'm interested.
I'm sure you know why Raven left.
Yes. I think every spirit in Dublin does.
As I see it, the way we've been, I don't know, conducting ourselves, have been glorifying impulsive, angry, violent responses. It kind of all culminated in Connell being who he was,
True.
which in the end led to another loss.
True. But the whole point, as I said, was that, well, as far as I understand it, Kat wants to change that.
Do you think she can?
I
Like,
think somebody...
honestly?
I think somebody has to try before it works. It's not going to happen if people don't work for it. Very few things in life does.
Most likely she'll be cut down for straying from the traditions.
How very pessimistic of you. Did you consider in that situation that if she's got people around her to support her, then that might be a little bit harder? Did you also consider that she is holding, well, was holding a cairn in the centre of Dublin, despite being Geta Fenris in Ireland, where her tribe is absolutely hated, loathed and despised, meaning that she did so pretty much with the blessing of the RE out at Tara, meaning that while he might not be able to say that he wants that kind of change because, well, your tribe happens to be the most reactionary conservative bastards out there, probably with the exceptions of the Silverfangs, that he might not be able to say it, but he might still support it. Otherwise, I somehow doubt that Kat would be sitting where she is, and I think Kat knows that. Just my thoughts, of course.
As I see it, Kat was very much a benefactor of circumstance.
True, but
It's
aren't
not
we
like
all at
Ross
times?
had any other choice.
Ross always has other choices. He could have told Siobhan to stay. He could have. He didn't.
And I'm pretty sure this whole mess will be blamed on the Get and Cat and her
If
tribesmate causing it.
I think that may be the case. I also think she's going to be very, very quick to point out that she refuses to take the blame for another's actions, which is also a very Get a Fenris thing. So, because one man has gone and fucked up good and proper, and he has, you are just going to throw in the towel on everyone. Is that it?
There's so much to change, and I'm
Yes.
not sure I have the power to do it or the energy to endure it.
No, you don't. Nobody does. But you might change one thing, or help change one thing. And that's a start. You might even be so lucky as to help start two.
I think Shiva looks at this bird with a very tired look.
You expect
Isn't
everything to be exactly the way you want it to be tomorrow. That has never happened in the history of any species out there, whether we're talking humans, or werewolves, or anyone else. Nothing ever changes overnight.
The way I see it, we might just have to, or it's too late. There's not much left.
Well, in that case, it's too late, because that will never happen. Nothing happens that way. And if you expect it to happen that way, you're only going to get disappointed from now on and into all eternity. Because that will never, ever happen.
Do we even have a chance then?
Yes, if you work at it. And start by changing one thing at a time.
I must admit I'm not convinced we'll be able to make it in time with them.
So you're just going to give up?
Pretty much.
You're a coward.
Shiva shrugs.
I didn't think that of you, but there you go. If you want to be a coward, then fine.
Give me an enemy I at least have a chance of winning against, and I'll gladly fight, but this just doesn't seem like it's possible.
No, because you've already given up.
I've given up because it doesn't seem possible.
Right. Have you tried?
No, I've just been running around picking daisies.
What have you done to try to change things? Tell me. What have you actually done?
You already know.
No, I don't. I don't know what you've been trying to do. Well, I know what you want to have happen. I also know that you spend an inordinate amount of time complaining about it. I don't know what you've actually done to try to change things.
Well, what you call complaining, I call trying to convince the others that something's actually wrong and meeting a wall.
And this hasn't worked in what way? When you are part of a sept where the sept alpha specifically declares that she agrees with you. And somehow you still don't think that it's worth trying because it's not going to lead to anything.
No, I might.
I'm not sure if
That's
you're a
probably-
coward or if you're stupid. It's either one.
Probably a bit of both. I won't deny that the Dublin sept has definitely progressed.
See?
What I'm saying is I don't think the Guru as a whole can adapt quick enough.
Did you not
to
listen
not
to what I said a moment ago? Tara is run by the RE of all the Fina, not just in Ireland, everywhere in the world. He handed over the sept in Dublin, a sept that has been contested between his tribe and the Geta Fenris, mortal enemies, for the better part of 1,000 years. He handed it over without a fight to a Geta Fenris. That Geta Fenris has declared that she wants things to change. He is literally, 25 miles outside of Dublin, 30 miles maybe outside of Dublin. Alright, there's been a big fight going on, we all know that. But he knew what kind of person she was by the time he handed it over to her, and he still did it. And
Yeah,
you somehow seem to think that it doesn't count for anything, and that it doesn't signal some kind of willingness to see change happen.
No,
What
it's
the fuck is
certainly a
it
grand
you-
gesture.
What the
But
fuck is it you expect? For every guru in the world to suddenly stand up all at the same time, wave their arms in the air and say, hoo-ha, we've seen the light, we're going to do things completely different from this second onwards. Is that it?
while Ross's gesture is certainly grand, I'm also quite sure it'll create just as much divide between us as it will connection. There will be voices saying that he only did so out of necessity or because he's weak and unfit. And while we infight, our enemies only gain ground.
Yeah, so basically, regardless of what happens anywhere ever, regardless of any good intentions, and regardless of any attempts, and regardless of anything in the entire world, Umbra or otherwise, you will find some reason to say that it's not going to work.
No, I'm saying it's not enough.
No, because what you expect of people is for everything to just magically be fixed.
I don't expect anything of people, I'm just stating the situation as I see it.
And you're showing a complete unwillingness to continue working towards it, because you've given up. You said
That's
so
generally
yourself.
what giving up means, yeah.
Well, that's your choice. I don't know why I should waste any more time on you, she says and gets up. You're not worth it. I'd rather go and work with people who will try to change things.
Yeah, and we can all struggle until the end.
What would you do otherwise? If not struggle, what would you do?
Well, I would rather enjoy it until the end, but I don't think I can.
So, because you can't enjoy it, because there is a fight, because it is not going to be easy to change thousands of years of bullshit, because of that, you're just going to throw in the hat and say, oh well, too bad.
Now you're just putting words in my mouth.
But then what is it? Tell me.
It's not because I won't enjoy it, and it's not because it won't be easy. It's because it's impossible. There's no reason to try.
She just shakes her head and walks away.
I think Shiva slumps against a gravestone.
The fox looks at her and shakes its head slightly as well and walks away. Back to the others outside the Umbra.
I'd say, yeah, to the viewing audience who are new to Werewolf the Apocalypse, that's what Harano looks like.
At least the beginning to it.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the opening stages of Harano, but that's...
Yes. Okay.
That was about the same part Taryn got to before Aaron shook her out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it really does. It's a shame because it makes me realise that it's entirely possible that for everything that's happened throughout all of Shiva's progression through the sessions we've had, she still hasn't. For all she wants to change, she just hasn't got the mindset of the guru.
Nope.
Nope, that's been her problem from the beginning. She does not have the mindset of a guru.
No, her problem isn't that she doesn't have the mindset of the guru. Her problem is that she doesn't want it.
Well,
Because none of you started with it.
no, but some of us did get it.
Yes. But the point with
Well, the
Shiva
way
is
she
that-
sees it, the mindset of a guru hasn't led anywhere.
That's true. That is fine. And
No, I'm
That's-
not saying that it's. I mean, I'm saying it's an entirely valid reason why she doesn't. Why
Yeah.
Not that at all. I'm just saying that I personally think that it's an error to say that the problem is that she doesn't get the mindset of the guru, because none of you started with that. Obviously, I'm saying that
No.
the problem is that she has fought tooth and nail against ever getting it.
yeah, okay, that's kind of what I meant, but I agree you worded it much better than I did. Okay. So then it's just the three of us at the moment.
Yep.
Searching for the Shiva.
Yes.
Taliesin feeling that I think
You were going to where are you going first and foremost to look for her? That's the thing. I mean, you said it was in the Umbra, but where?
Well, Liam said, have you checked in the Umbra?
Yes.
And Taryn have known her long enough to know that if she needs to think, she'll go somewhere green.
Yes.
Is this true?
One of these places is the Botanical Garden, where she has taken Taryn quite a lot of times.
Yes.
Another is the route they usually run.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's in Phoenix Park.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the last is... Oh, where did they always go? That was with Benna. There were the Greens, where she isn't. Well, we haven't actually checked the Umbra there. But Taryn would vote for taking the umbral path from the Greens and to the Botanical Gardens. And if she isn't there, then try Phoenix Park.
All right. Well, you head to the Botanical Gardens, and yeah, no problem. You get there. You find
The umbral path.
Sorry, what?
The umbral
Yes.
path.
Yes, the umbral path. You get there via the Umbra, and find no Shiva, although there are a good few spirits around.
Finally a little life. Turns. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hmm.
She took my.
You wouldn't have seen a redhead gone by, would you?
She took my cave.
Who
She
took
was-
your cave?
She was wearing it.
Huh? Who took your cave, little friend?
The other one walking on two legs. She was.
So there were another one
she
walking
was
on.
over there, under the tree, and she was wearing my cave on her foot, and I couldn't get it off.
Oh,
I-
shoo. Where did you go?
The fox took her.
Where did the fox take her?
Out.
I so want to make a joke.
Which way? Can you show me?
That away. He starts belting off towards the burial
Follow
grounds.
the ferret, Terran says and runs up.
Follow the ferret.
Yeah, I was so desperate to ask if Taryn could make the joke of saying, "What did the fox say?"
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yes, you get to.
And I purposely didn't ask that.
Yes. Oh God.
You get to the burial grounds, and the ferret stops right around there and says, "Well, somewhere in here, I think."
You think you can sniff her out?
I'd rather not go in there.
You don't like it?
Mm-mm. But when you find her, tell her to bring back my cave.
Taryn looks down, then unties one of her own shoes. Can you use
Ooh,
this?
cave.
Here you go.
He crawls into the shoe.
Here,
Nice.
have the others too.
Ooh, it smells
She
funny.
drops it and then she runs out.
It
out
smells
in the middle
funny.
of the Thanks, Barrett. And then she continues.
Yes.
So yeah, basically the two boys sees her give the ferret her shoes and then run off.
run off. Yeah.
And the funny fact is that that was probably very expensive shoes.
Probably yes. Yes.
The only kind of gift worth giving are those things that mean a lot to you.
Well,
That's-
I wouldn't have given them to it if she really loved them.
Okay.
It's just shoes.
Yeah.
They look good, but just shoes.
They're just
Okay.
shoes.
So,
yeah.
we go in. Do we run into the angry spirit of the north of Dublin first?
Yes, you do. Sitting
Thank God.
Sitting on a cenotaph with her legs crossed underneath her and her hair dancing around her head on fire.
I know.
Oh, that means that she's pissed.
Yep. And still, Taryn goes, I know.
You come to pick up the fucking coward, or...
What she said.
You mean the
Oh,
cave
she's-
stuff,
Oh,
yes.
she's just given up because there's no point in trying because it'll never work and blah 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 blah. My God, the amount of self-pitying bullshit I've just had to listen to.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Shiva. Well, we do have a plan, but I don't know if we could reach her if she's getting to that stage, but we'll have to do our best.
Well, if you don't, then put her down, would you?
Oh, joy, okay. We do have a plan.
What is
We'll
the
come
plan?
back
No,
and
but tell me, what is the plan? What are you actually planning on doing?
I believe there's a slim chance that the cairn is not fully dead. The spirits might yet be returned to it. We just need to find them, look for them as desperately as possible.
You know what? That is a good idea. You have any idea where to start looking?
That, I confess, I don't know. So,
Alright, then let me offer a piece of advice, if you will take it.
always,
Raven is powerful. We agree on that, right?
of
Yep.
course.
Raven is a powerful and very, very, very old spirit. Very powerful, very, very, very old spirits tend to originate from a place here in the Umbra called Pangaea.
Alright. So, we
You
should
have
try and
to
get...
You have to find a path deeper into the Umbra. Things are going to get really, really weird in there. Just so you are forewarned. But you should go to the place called Pangaea. I've never been there. But that's where great spirits tend to come from.
So Raven went home.
That would be my guess. Or, if Raven didn't go home, then a Raven is going to be there. And all ravens, in the end, are part of the same spirit. Oh, and if you ever do make it to Pangaea, by the way, I'm just saying, don't let the T-Rex eat you.
Huh? They're a T-Rex? Taryn shines completely up. T-Rex!
But frankly, if it gets to that stage, I'll be so pissed off I'll try tearing my way out of its guts.
Don't you dare!
I don't give a shit anymore, Taryn. We are desperate, and I am not in the mood to play nice with anything. Right, thank you for the advice. We'll try and make our way down to Pangaea when we get the chance, if I can knock some fucking sense into my friend. And then, well, we'll see.
Who's this
Get
guy,
down.
by the way? She says nods in the direction of Liam.
That's Liam.
Liam, from out of town, has just come to Dublin. Depending on what happens, he may or may not be sticking around. That's entirely his call.
And I hope I won't be sticking around.
Why not? She asks.
Because let's just say I've had my fill of werewolf politics to last me a lifetime.
Haven't we all? Well, at least you've come to the right place. They want to do things differently around here. Very differently.
Yeah, we start out without a care. Isn't that interesting? Let's go.
That's not what I'm talking about. No, the woman who normally runs the show around here wants to change things and not do things the old-fashioned way, just so you know.
Fair enough. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Let's see what happens.
Right. If I may excuse myself,
Certainly, please.
I have a ginger idiot to go and beat up.
Right? I shall not stop you.
No. And again, thank you again for the advice.
Oh, no problem.
If I
She looks after you as you after the group as you walk past. If you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. She wolf whistles at Liam.
Taryn looks up, then smiles. She likes you, Liam.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a chance.
Oh?
She doesn't have a chance.
I think he's just. Sorry?
She just asked, you're not into spirits?
No, I'm into mortal ginger women.
I think he's
Yeah, your
implying.
contact's mine.
Yes, Taliesin looks half backwards and says, I think he's implying that he already has somebody.
Yep.
Ah,
Ding, 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 ding.
Right. Well, you head further into the. You head further into
Taryn
the.
just-
You head further into the graveyard. I take it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, eventually you do in fact find Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
Slumped against the gravestone, staring into thin air.
There she is.
Taliesin immediately kneels beside her and slaps her on the face.
Cool.
Anybody home?
She looks at him. Not you two.
Not me too what? Not me that I want to go out and try and do something about all this shit?
Why must you all turn to violence as your first approach? Come on,
Because-
Ted, you're better than that.
If I tried talking to you, you just make me very depressed as well. And I'm not in the mood for that. I'm in the mood for getting on and doing something. Change is all well and good, but if you don't apply it in the right ways, it counts for nothing. And right now, well, I've seen civilization. Let's just say that I've seen civilization and it hasn't worked, so I'm going to try a bit of barbarism.
So you're all going out and doing something.
We're going to try and find the spirit of the Raven on a deeper level. If we can get down to where he came from originally, we might be able to get him back into the cairn. If we get him back into the cairn lives. And we haven't entirely fucked up.
Shiva shrugs and says, well, I guess I'll stick around and make sure you don't die.
Please do, and please don't be half-hearted and limp-wristed in your efforts to do so, because if you do, I will personally make it my mission in life to be your poltergeist if I die because of it.
She gives him a sad but genuine smile and says, don't worry. I still care very much about you guys.
At this, Taliesin lets the bravado crack just a bit, and then he says, that's good to hear.
So,
If nothing else, it's glad to know that you still can help us out as a friend.
so who's the eye candy?
Oh yes,
He's taken. Give it up.
this is Liam Kavanagh. He is from out of town. He's one of us. And right now, I need you to explain to him why he shouldn't arrest us for not having basically reported your existence to the nearest authorities.
Oh yeah, he's police too.
Before, as they say that, Liam extends a hand for her to get up from her sitting position.
She grabs it, and as she gets up, she says, Shiva Breen or Molly Murphy, depending on, well, whether you're in on the secret or not.
Well, I know of the secret. My only concern right now is to hear from you whether or not you're here voluntarily, or you would rather go back to your family, if that's even an option.
Well, that's just the thing. My dad's not kinfolk. And he's all I have.
And you're here by your own choice.
I'd say necessity.
Fair enough. So
you?
here,
Who are you?
who I am.
Yeah?
Well, as the other said, my name's Liam. I'm from out of town, Cork to be precise, and I've been mixed up in this again. I'd hope that wouldn't be the case, but here I am.
So you're saying that you'd rather stay out of all this wolfy business?
Yes.
See, when I say that, the spirits just get angry.
If I will say this. If there's one thing I've learned, it is that no matter how far you run and how much you hide, the Garou Nation will always find you and drag your sorry ass back into things.
Guess you're just as much of a sucker as I am, then. As it says in stretches.
Mm.
So, can I count on you to not, kill my very naive friends?
You can count on me to be an honorable Garou, an honorable Fina. And
Mate, then.
And you can count on me to, as long as I'm here, as long as I'm part of this circus, to have your back.
I'll extend the same courtesy to you.
Thank you.
As for you guys, she says, and looks at Taliesin and Taryn, please don't pick up strays without testing them for black spiral nest.
Liam raises an
Taryn
eyebrow
just
at this.
gives her a very blank look. I didn't even think about that. You're not a black spiral dancer, are you?
Last I checked, no.
Oh, of course.
Fine, let's go.
Yes. Taliesin is under his breath. Taliesin is just muttering, "Oh, of course, because he'd just fucking tell us that."
And on that note, we're going to stop until next time.
Yes.
Cool.
Off to Pangea.
Off to
Yay.
Pangea, we have the hero shot as you guys walk away from there. You probably need to get Finna, of course, but that's about it.
I will say I'm sorry for her for not being here today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this has been pretty heavy duty. It's also been a fuck ton of fun.
Yes.
I might admit, I was like, fuck. Okay, we're dead. Screwed. Let's go.
I would say that was the thought. I will admit, storyteller, you did put us in a position where by the end of the first hour I was thinking, is there any point in continuing this now? And that you'd beaten us so thoroughly with the stick that the dangling of the carrot made no sense afterwards, as I proved. So, well done, well played.
The funny thing is that when I suggested that Connell ride off into the sunset, as it were, Joan just said, "Yeah, that's fine. I understand your reasons," and yada yada yada, and we went about creating Liam. I had no idea that would be the result of Connell's desertion. That was pretty cool.
Well, I don't hold it against you, Heine, but if ever there is a chance, to find... I assume that by doing this, Connell has essentially made himself Ronin.
Completely. Anomaly.
Yeah.
The entire world will know about him leaving, because all the spirits know.
Yes, if ever we get an opportunity to find him and hunt him down, Taliesin will make it his mission to take Connell's head and insert it so far up his anus he'll be able to taste his own breakfast again.
Ew! Graphic!
Yes, that's the mood he's in regarding.
Oh my heavens! Okay, well, in any case, guys, this was super role-playing. This was really cool. So, I'll say 3 XP for tonight. and
lovely.
we have a new premise.
Situation on our hand.
We have a new premise for a new story here.
Yeah.
Yes, the list of bragging is just getting so long, but I'm going to have to spend 2 nights in a row doing the moot.
I do have a plan for that, but let's just say it's going to be a little while before you. It's going to be a little while before you get back to the to the cairn and the sept and so on, because now you have, as I said, this is a new story. It's probably not going to be as long as the previous one, but it's still, the hunt for Raven is...
Well, the good thing is we don't have to worry about being within Raven's Eye or the cairn anymore, because the cairn doesn't exist.
Well,
So-
to be completely honest, we are looking for Raven's Eye because it's lost.
Yeah.
So everything. So who knows? We might bump into the rest of the sept along the way. That would be fun.
Well,
But we
shall
come
see.
back to a very confused sept.
We come back to the year 2050 something when the apocalypse has already happened and everything's gone to shit. And
Well, in any case, I'm going to stop the recording here, but I'm going to, obviously, as usual, I'm going to say to our viewing and listening audience that thank you for joining us for this week's A Song of Tara, and well, please leave a comment if you have anything to say to us, and we shall see you guys next week for more on this campaign and the new story, The Hunt for Raven. Bye.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.